Good Thursday evening, Southeast Texas. Going to take a detailed look at your forecast over the next 7 days as we have 15 minutes to really dive into it. Normally I only have about three and a half minutes to do weather, and so we're able to really spend some time and really dig into what's going on. So look at the low clouds out there right now, very evident at Packard-LaPrade in downtown Beaumont. That could counteract the development of widespread thick fog tomorrow. There'll be some fog, but I don't think because of these low clouds, that usually helps to temper the amount of fog tomorrow morning. So, boy, it was thick this morning, less than a quarter of a mile over the area. This view, downtown Beaumont, Packard-LaPrade, very warm, 75 degrees, and with that blanket of cloud cover, we're not going to cool too much. In fact, we could be about 20 degrees above normal, which is about 51 for a low this time of year. It is mid-November, after all. That's part of the Roofing 911 Skycam network. As far as your allergy report, still no tree pollen today, still dealing with ragweed, but it's at moderate levels, and mold, as usual, at moderate levels across Southeast Texas. So in your weather headline, some patchy dense fog, I think mainly in outlying areas, the country basically, not so much Beaumont or in through Silsbee. It'll be out in the outlying areas. Warm and humid, a few sprinkles tonight, and scattered showers is possible coming up Friday night. We'll just go with a 20% coverage tomorrow, go to a 30% coverage tomorrow night, and a 20% coverage coming up Saturday morning as that weak front pushes through. That means beautiful weather on Sunday. It'll be a chilly morning Sunday, back in the 50s, but then that cold front backs up to the north as a warm front in preparation for a good chance of shower and thunderstorm activity coming up late Monday. Thanksgiving looking chilly and dry across Southeast Texas. So again, we were down less than a quarter of a mile this morning, widespread across Southeast Texas. And again, this may be overdone, but we do expect some fog. I just don't think it's going to be quite as dense as what we saw this morning. That's why I'm not issuing a weather impact alert for tomorrow morning. So tomorrow we'll go with a 20% coverage. Highs of about 83 in the triangle with partly sunny skies. Yeah, it may be a little warmer than what I have. And again, I like that 20% coverage. Tomorrow night, again, that may be closer to a 30% coverage. At the lakes, we'll go with 83, 84, 20% coverage. Yeah, we're pretty close to that. Modeling, I pretty much agree with that, so we're in tune there. Otherwise, as far as this evening, a few showers over towards Tyler and Hardin County are possible. But again, not much coming up tonight or tomorrow. So maybe some sprinkles tonight, a 20% coverage coming up for tomorrow, and then Saturday morning a 20% coverage as that front kind of limps into the area. The question is, does it stall along the coastline or does it push further south into the Gulf? Very unclear at this point, so we'll keep a 20% coverage mainly in the morning with improving weather Saturday afternoon. Sunday, if we get enough cooling, we may get, or enough drying, we may get down back into the 50s Sunday morning, and a beautiful afternoon as far as dry weather. Then that front heads back to the north as a warm front and ahead of another cold front, a weak one coming in on Monday. That's going to bring us, now remember, I said yesterday I had a 40% coverage. Okay, I'm more confident, so that's why I'm going to the 60% coverage coming up late Monday. I don't want to go and have to backtrack and lower those rain chances. We want to keep them low and move up as we get closer to the event, as we become more confident in the forecast. I'm not going to go 5, 6, 7 days out and post an 80% coverage of showers and storms. I don't want flip-flop. I want to be a consistent forecast as close as we can get that. Tuesday, we may have some leftover showers depending on which model you look at. May not see anything Tuesday, but Wednesday and Thanksgiving looking dry as another cold front coming in late Tuesday into Wednesday will drop temperatures into the 40s as we head towards Thursday morning. So again, through the next 7 days, a lot of this is going to be falling as we head into Monday late and Monday night. A half an inch to an inch, I think that's pretty close to a done deal. Some areas could pick up over an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches in spots. But I don't think it's going to be widespread 2-inch rainfall total. Boy, wouldn't that be great? Because we certainly need it, because the drought continues at a moderate to severe level as we're now 8 and almost a quarter inches below normal since the 1st of September. Not much change on the drought monitor today, except for northern Jasper and northern Tyler County now under a severe drought, as is western Hardin, Liberty, and also Chambers County. So most of Jefferson in a moderate drought, eastern Hardin and much of Tyler, Jasper, and Newton counties under a moderate drought. The best situation is through northeastern Jasper and eastern sections of Orange counties right now. No changes on the burn bands, still Liberty, Jasper, and Newton counties. Otherwise, tomorrow's wildfire threat is going to be very low because we're going to be so humid across the area. So that's some good news. Some sprinkles. This is light stuff as we're looking at partly to mostly cloudy skies flow right off the Gulf right now. Temperature's not going to cool too much tonight. We're only going to go about 70 tomorrow morning. Again, that's going to be about 20 degrees above normal. So you can see 60s Dallas, Wichita Falls, Junction, and Abilene in the 40s and 50s in the Panhandle ahead of a squall line that is weakening. Out ahead of that squall line, temperatures in the 70s to even low to mid 80s down into South Texas. So as you can see, that squall line was much more pronounced earlier. It seems to be lifting on off toward the north, and we'll be watching this second line that's developing along this first front. That's the one that's going to come in Saturday morning. And you can see that there is a flood watch in effect from Dallas back over to Austin. And again, you can see also that it is continuing to lift off to the north and east. And we think this is on the weakening trend. Also watching this pencil thin second line associated with the cold front out into San Angelo. This is being driven, this first line of showers and storms, by this upper level disturbance, which is weakening and heading off to the north and east. That's why we were thinking that this line was going to weaken and not go with a high chance of a shower and thunderstorm activity. Hot on its heels is the next disturbance that's over towards California IA. This one is the one that is going to be affecting us as we head towards late Monday into Monday night. So an active pattern, a southwest flow from the Baja across Mexico and on into Texas will continue through the next, let's see, at least through Monday. And then as we head towards Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll see a pattern change. Instead of it coming from the southwest, it'll be coming from the northwest. And that means cooler, dry weather. So as we take a look at what's going on in the upper levels, there's that disturbance weakening, as you can see, as it moves on into our areas. So we'll keep some sprinkles in the forecast tonight, and maybe a 20% coverage coming up for tomorrow. Then here comes the next upper level low pressure system out of Baja, California, and that is what is going to be our rainmaker as we head towards Monday late into Monday night. This trough of low pressure will bring a first front, and then we'll see a second stronger front as we head towards Tuesday into Wednesday morning. And that's going to really knock temperatures down as we head towards Thanksgiving across southeast Texas. Look at the pattern change. Instead of a southwest flow like we're seeing right now, see, we're seeing a southwest flow in the upper levels right now, but as we head towards next week, look at the flow. It'll be coming from the north and west, west-northwest. So that is what we call a bona fide pattern change. So some cooler, dry weather is in the forecast. So tonight, some sprinkles, some light rain. I'm not going to give a percentage because I think it's going to be fairly light. Notice the showers and storms staying off towards the northwest and weakening, but again, I can't rule out maybe a 10% coverage, some sprinkles, maybe a 20% coverage coming up for tomorrow on your Friday, with maybe a little better chance tomorrow night depending on what that second line over towards San Angelo does. Right now, we think about a 20% coverage seems reasonable. So on the Gulf tomorrow, looking at slightly choppy seas around 2 feet and a southeast wind at 10 knots, water temperature at 77. Sunrise is at 6:45 and sunset is at 5:17 p.m. Otherwise, tonight, some patchy fog, looking at skies becoming mostly cloudy across southeast Texas. And again, some patchy fog is possible tomorrow morning. Lows will be near 70 up in the lakes and probably close to 70 degrees here in the Triangle. Do not have any text messages or questions, so I guess everything is pretty straightforward for you. Otherwise, lows will be 20 degrees above normal. We should be seeing lows around 50 this time of year. It's the middle of November, for Pete's sake. Not going to see that coming up tomorrow morning. So again, mostly cloudy, a few sprinkles and patchy fog. Otherwise, tomorrow, 20% coverage across southeast Texas. Temperatures should be in the low to mid 80s. Again, our normal highs this time of year are 71 degrees, so 12 degrees above normal. And southwest wind is expected. So taking a look at your weather impact 7-day forecast, 20% coverage Friday. This 20% coverage Saturday will be because of that front coming in, and hopefully it pushes out into the Gulf. and we'll see a pretty decent afternoon. Otherwise, it could stall right along the coastline and keep that chance all day, but I think it's mainly in the morning as this pushes on off into the Gulf. Then a little drier air mass and filters on in. We're chilly coming up Sunday morning, and looking at mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies Sunday afternoon. Monday, we will see, that's not what I wanted, that's what I wanted. There's the first front backing up as a warm front. Here comes the second front. Pretty good coverage of showers and storms across the area as we head towards a late Monday night and across southeast Texas. So some badly needed rainfall is in the forecast, we think, as we head towards late Monday into Monday night. Again, some leftover showers are possible Tuesday. The second real front will be coming in Tuesday night. And that is when we expect a nice pattern change, a big cool down, lows in the 50s, highs in the 70s. We've seen that. And we've seen lows in the 40s and highs in the 60s on so far this season, I believe. Maybe a little cooler on Thanksgiving Eve. But here's what we're thinking for Thanksgiving. It looks dry right now, lots of sun, good travel conditions around the region. Lows will be in the low to mid 40s, so we've done that already this season. And highs should be in the lower and possibly middle 60s. I think these highs could be a little chilly. I'm liking mid 60s across southeast Texas. That's why I went 65. I like the mid 40s though. So that's a look at your next 7 days. But it looks like good conditions for travel Wednesday and also into Thanksgiving. And that's a wrap up of what we're expecting over the next 7 days. And as I said, looking at more clouds tonight, so the fog threat will be probably lower across southeast Texas. Otherwise, scattered showers, maybe thunderstorms coming up Friday night, certainly a 20% coverage. That may go to a 30% coverage Friday night. Weak front comes in Saturday morning with a low chance Saturday morning. Chilly Sunday morning, beautiful weather Sunday afternoon. And then Monday, late Monday, is when we expect some beneficial rains to fall across southeast Texas. Again, let me show you that real quick. That's some patchy fog. I don't think it's going to be quite as thick as we saw this morning coming up tomorrow morning. So again, some sprinkles here and there tonight, and tomorrow looks like about a 20% coverage at most across southeast Texas. So Monday is the day that we are betting that we will see the best chance of shower and thunderstorm activity that we've seen in a few weeks across southeast Texas. Again, I may be able to raise chances even higher as we head towards Monday coming up tomorrow. Right now, a 50 to 60% coverage seems reasonable at this point, followed by a dry forecast as we head towards Thanksgiving. And again, this is some great news for the area's drought. I think most areas will pick up a half an inch to an inch, maybe 2 inches in isolated spots, primarily coming up on Monday, which is great news for the drought that is ongoing across southeast Texas. Yes, I'm quickly reviewing. So again, right now, looking at some sprinkles and temperatures very mild across our neck of the woods. Nice cool down back into the Texas Panhandle. This is the front that's going to come in Saturday morning. It's going to take its sweet time, but it looks like it'll stall just offshore as we head towards Saturday morning. This area of rain is lifting off to the north and east. It looks like it's going to bypass us, but again, that's because this southwest flow is dragging that first disturbance off to the north and east. There's Monday's rains that we're expecting as we head on in to Monday night across southeast Texas, and that's what's going to bring us a good chance of shower and thunderstorm activity with our first front. Then the second front comes through, and that means business as we head on into Thanksgiving as far as temperatures. So tonight, if you're just joining us, some sprinkles out there, light stuff, and some patchy fog in the morning. Very warm, low temperatures around 70. Tomorrow we'll go with a 20% coverage and highs low to mid 80s under partly sunny skies. Otherwise, as I said, it looks like about